Thomas is in the world of
Epic Gamer.
I am so proud. I knew he'd get there. Anyway, let's download Train Sim World for £30 just to play this DLC. Woo! The engines are getting revealed. Here the engine's coming. Here the engine's coming. Wait for the title. I knew it. Title drop. I'm just a genius. Okay, now we need to choose who we're gonna play as. I'm gonna play as you, and I'm gonna call you Winston. Yeah, wait, that's our player profile name. Oh well, too late to change it now, I guess. Okay, now we're on the menu. With Thomas. Oh, we got start story and free roam. We're obviously gonna go start story. Oh, these are all the options. I thought there was only gonna be like 2 options. Wow. Okay, so I think we'll do all the Thomas ones in this video and all the Diesel ones in a separate video. Yeah, that sounds about fair. Thomas introduction. Yay.
Hello there.
Oh, hello, Michael.
Welcome to the training centre.
Didn't actually know you.
Before you can start your adventures on the
Fat
West
controller.
Somerset Railway, you will need to learn how to
Keith
drive Thomas.
What's his name? Keith Wickham to do that. But
In
hey,
this short introduction, you will be taken
that's actually
through
pretty
every
good.
step
Keith Wickham
needed to
impressive.
make sure
Mark
that
Morhaime
Thomas
doing.
is a really
That actually
useful
sounds
engine.
really almost
And I'm
on
sure
point.
you'll be an expert driver in no time.
There's Thomas
Looks
himself.
like Thomas is eager to get started.
Beautiful.
So
Mark
let's
Morhaime
begin.
does a Thomas voice. I really want to hear his Thomas voice.
Hello, driver. I
Oh.
can't wait to
Oh,
get
look,
started
there.
and show
There.
you what
Yeah,
a
yay.
really useful engine I am.
He does a Thomas voice. I love his Thomas voice.
First, you
Sounds
will
really
need
good.
to climb aboard. Follow the blue markers in front of you as they will guide you to Thomas's cab steps.
Okay, right, we're on board now. What do we do? Shut that. What do we do? There's no buttons. What do we do? What do we do? Do we use that? Oh look, that's a pretty beautiful view. Do we stand there? What happened? Oh wait, there's a blue marker. Oh, I just skipped ahead of that because I'm too good at the game. I'm just too good at the game.
Before you
Oh,
can climb
I'm
the
letting
steps,
speak.
you will need to check if Thomas's cab door is open. If you can see that the cab door is closed, you can open it by first looking at it and then pressing the button shown on the screen.
Okay, right, so...
Now that Thomas's cab door is open, you can use the steps to climb up into Thomas's cab.
Nice, so let's climb on board.
Welcome to Thomas's
Here we
cab.
are.
Here, you'll be able to learn the controls needed to drive
so
Thomas.
Do I shut the door?
Let's get started by first moving
I
over to
keep
the
re-
driving position.
I keep being reminded about one scene from Lost Treasure where it shows inside Thomas's cab. And we're actually there. I just fills me with nostalgia.
By pressing
Okay, we
either
got a
of the
new
controls
camera
shown here.
angle setting and I really like this one.
Would you like to switch back to the
I'm
internal
definitely
cab
going to
view?
keep this one
Or
and not
keep
go back to
using
the
the
original.
external camera?
Oh, there's an option. Yeah, I'm keeping this 100%.
To drive Thomas forwards, you will need to use the throttle. Press and hold the control shown on screen to increase the throttle and get Thomas moving.
Oh wait, do we start? Oh, we're starting our journey! Yay!
Well done. You're doing a good
Oh,
job
thank
so
you,
far.
Mr. Toppen Hat, aka Mark Morhaime. I'm just getting reminded about what this is about. Gordon, Rad
To
Thomas.
slow Thomas down, or when you want to come to a stop, you will need to
I
apply
think the
brakes.
railway could have been a
Use the
little
control shown
more.
on screen to apply the
So,
brakes and
wait.
bring Thomas to a
I
stop.
was gonna say a little
on the
more
blue
Sodor
mark.
theme, but then I just remembered the entire plot of this DLC is Thomas visiting another railway, so yeah. Guess it doesn't need to look Sodorous. Oh look, it's Annie and Clarabelle. No idea what they're doing here. We're probably gonna have to take them to stations though. That's what I know. Okay, we've coupled up with Annie and
Clarabelle
Clara.
are waiting in the sidings behind you, and you must collect them before heading to the station. In order to reach Annie and Clarabelle, you will first need to switch the junction so that it is set to the correct track. You can set the junction by either using the route map or climbing down out of the cab and walking over to it.
Okay,
Great work.
right,
You
got
can
it.
now go and couple to Annie and Clarabelle. Make sure that as you approach them, you lower your speed and come to a stop as close as possible to them.
Okay, move as
Sure.
slowly as possible. I can do that. I can move as slowly as
To
possible.
make Thomas reverse, press and hold the control shown here
Yep, I
until
already know
Thomas
that.
starts
That
moving
hat.
backwards.
Don't need to tell me. Yay! Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. And boom! We are with Annie and Clarabelle. What does Mark Morvahan's voice sound like for
Hello,
them?
Annie. Hello, Clarabelle. Hello, Thomas.
Okay, that's what it sounds like. That is actually
Well done.
really good impression
You're
of
now ready to
whoever
head to the
voices
station.
Annie and Clarabelle.
When
I'm
you're
pretty
ready
sure
to
their name is
continue, use
Teresa,
the throttle
but
to
I
apply
forgot their
some
second
power
name,
to
so
drive
yeah.
Thomas forwards.
Man, the Thomas model is so good, I can't not keep my eyes on it. Oh, we're going to a station. We headed to the station.
You're nearing the station now, so remember to slow down and come to a stop at the platform.
Okay, we're gonna slow down at the platform. Here we go, here we go. Let's just, oh yeah, I remember the slow down button again. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Da 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 do. Da 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 do. Da 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 do. We're approaching the station. Man, the Thomas model is so good. The face is actually perfect. This is a perfect CGI model. Absolutely brilliant. It's a great way to teach like young children how to drive. Like if they want to be a train driver when they grow up, they can drive with Thomas, their childhood character. So yeah, this is a great way of teaching kids how to drive, attracting them with a colourful, childlike character like Thomas. Or I'll drive trains.
To allow the passengers to climb aboard, you will first need to open the passenger doors, using the control shown on screen.
For some reason, Thomas's face also looks like it could have been in season 12. Just make the guys who modelled this redo season 12. They probably could do it. Man, these are a lot of passengers boarding. This is the fullest I've seen a coach. Yeah, this is the fullest I've seen a coach
done.
ever.
It looks like all of the passengers have boarded now, so you can go ahead and close the passenger doors by using the control shown here.
Okay, you're gonna shut the doors, shut the doors, shut the doors.
It looks like you're ready to continue to the next station. Use the throttle once again to apply some power to get Thomas moving.
Okay, time to start driving again. Yay!
Remember to slow down and come to a stop at the platform.
Okay, we're gonna slow down, come to a stop at the platform. Slow down, come to a stop at the platform. Okay, right, now time to hold. Thomas, hold. Thomas, hold. Thomas, hold quicker. Thomas, hold quick. Wait. Wait, please don't make me go back, Thomas, please. Please don't make me go back. Okay, it made the sound. We're good. We're in place. Okay, now time to let more passengers on.
To start boarding.
And let all the passengers who were on there get off. Wow, this coach is so overpopulated. This coach.
Splendid
Wow.
work. It looks like you and Thomas will
Yay,
make a
we
great
finished the
team.
tutorial.
And I'm
Now we know how
certain
to
you will be
drive,
an expert
Thomas.
driver in
Yay.
no time.
Okay, now on to the story mode. Okay, Thomas's arrival. Here we
It was
go.
a warm summer's evening on the West Somerset Railway, and Thomas the Tank Engine was waiting at Dunster Station. He and Sir Topham Hatt had been invited to visit the railway and were on their way to Minehead for a big welcome. "I can't wait to get to Minehead Station and meet everyone," said Thomas excitedly. "You said you had a friend that worked on this railway, didn't you, sir?" "Yes, Thomas, I have," replied Sir Topham Hatt. "Mr. Peters and I have been friends for a long time, and I'm sure you'll get to meet him once we reach Minehead. And I know he's very keen to finally meet you, especially after I told him how useful you are." "Thank you, sir," puffed Thomas proudly. "Although I do hope my branch line back on Sodor will be all right without me. I'm sure my passengers will miss their regular train rides." "I'm sure your passengers will be fine, Thomas. There's no need to worry about your branch line," chuckled Sir Topham Hatt. "I've arranged for Percy and Toby to look after it while you're away. Bertie said he'll lend a hand too." Thomas smiled, thinking about his friends back home. "Right then," he continued, "let's get going. We don't want to keep everyone waiting." And with that, Sir Topham Hatt walked down the platform and climbed aboard Annie. "Yes, sir," peeped Thomas. "Minehead, here we come."
Okay, we're in. Let's just switch the Wait, why can't I switch the camera? What? I'm trying to switch the camera, but it won't work. Like, stop whistling, Thomas! Anyway, let's just move forward then. I'll try and get the camera working later then. Still, why doesn't the camera work? Oh, we're going over speed a little bit. There. Oh,
I wonder what kind of jobs I'll get to do here, wondered Thomas. I do hope we get there soon. I can't wait to get started. "Yes, it will be nice to finally arrive," said Annie sleepily. "I don't know about you, Clara, but I'm rather looking forward to a nice long rest after our long journey here." "Yes, Annie, it'll be nice to finally rest my wheels for the night. You should get some rest too, Thomas. You don't want to be tired tomorrow, do you?" "But I'm too excited. There's going to be a party tomorrow night to welcome us to the railway, and I want to make a good impression and show everyone that I'm a really useful engine, especially as we've come all this way." "We understand," sympathised Anne.
Oops, didn't mean to do that.
As Clarabelle said, you don't want to end up being tired and running late on your first day. Despite his excitement, Thomas couldn't help but be tired too. It sounds like we're not the only ones who need to rest their wheels, laughed Clarabelle. "Well, I suppose I am a little tired," he said wearily. "And a good night's rest would be nice before we start work in the morning." The three friends continued their journey towards Minehead, and it wasn't long before they were nearing the station.
Okay, let's head to the station. Yay! Okay, we are approaching the station. Yay! We got 170 yards left. Well, now 160, now 150, now more than 100 yards left. Anyway, let's just wait till we get there and keep pressing the button. And we are there. The passengers. I presume there's going to be a cutscene, so I'm going to shut up and let that play.
As Thomas's train pulled into the station, he looked around and noticed a smartly dressed man standing on the platform. He wondered if this was Sir Topham Hatt's friend, when the man stepped forward and introduced himself. Hello, and welcome to the West Somerset Railway. You must be Thomas, the famous tank engine I've heard all about. It's great to finally meet you. My name is Mr. Peters, and I must say it's a pleasure to have you here. Thank you, sir, puffed Thomas. I'm excited that we have been given the chance to come and visit your railway, and I can't wait to get started. That's what I like to hear, said Mr. Peters. Sir Topham tells me you're a very hard-working engine, so I'm looking forward to working with you and making sure that you and all our visitors have a great time at the party tomorrow night. Just then, Sir Topham Hatt walked up. He greeted his friend warmly and started telling him all about Thomas. Thomas is one of the most useful engines I know, and I'm sure he'll prove to be a credit to your railway. That's wonderful to hear, replied Mr. Peters. I'm sure that Thomas and I will get on splendidly. Mr. Peters smiled and turned to the crowd of passengers. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you all to give a warm welcome to our visitors from the island of Sodor. Sir Topham Hatt, Thomas and his loyal coaches Annie and Clarabelle. Everyone clapped and cheered, and Thomas looked on, feeling very proud. But no one noticed that a familiar diesel engine was watching them from afar.
Dun dun dun! Anyway, it's time for the next chapter. Okay, we're moving on to confusing and all.
A few hours later, Thomas awoke, tired but excited for the day ahead. He looked all around the station and took in all the new sights and sounds in front of him. He then spoke to Annie and Clarabelle. Morning, Annie. Morning, Clarabelle. But there was no reply. Thomas looked over and realized his friends were no longer beside him. Annie? Clarabelle? Where are you? He suddenly heard a chorus of voices from a nearby siding. Thomas! Bust my buffers, he cried. How did you get over there? Don't worry, I'm coming to get you. It looks like those troublesome trucks are still in the way. We need to move them before we can rescue Annie and Clarabelle.
Still can't work the camera out, but I'm sure we'll come back eventually. Anyway, let's move onward. 500 and... What does that number say? 500 yards now. Yay! So, we have to rescue Annie and Clarabelle. I am betting that Diesel was the one who did that. Who else would do that? Who else would be like, hey, I'm going to move Annie and Clarabelle to this siding? Diesel was definitely the one who did that. Oh, speeding up a bit. I want to slow down. What is this? Oh, it's a crossing. Oh, nice. Nice to see that this game has so much realism in it. And it's also nice to see that the Thomas mode has realism in it. Like I said earlier, this is a great way to teach kids who want to be train drivers how to be a train driver. Wait, did I... Yeah, I think I need to back up a little bit. Backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up, backing up. Wait, what? Wait, did we just killed Thomas? Remember that one creepypasta where Thomas died of a red signal thing? I forgot what it's called. Okay, we are back and the camera works. Hip hip parade, chanted Thomas. Anyway, this seems like a very shunting-focused story, but I'm sure it won't require that much shunting. Probably we'll just grab Annie and Clarabelle right now, and that should be it. Easy peasy. This was not easy peasy. This was hell. Oh my god! Finally, we were with Annie and Clarabelle. Oh my god! Finally. Yay, let's join up together then. Yay. Oh. Finally. Oh.
Hello, you two. It's good to see you're both okay. How did you get here? We don't know, Thomas, cried Annie. Perhaps an engine from this railway put us here, thinking we were just ordinary coaches. That is strange, said Thomas, puzzled. Maybe it was by accident. But we can't stand here all day, he added. We still have a lot to do before the special event tonight. And now we're running late, so we need to hurry.
Finally we did it.
Thomas
Yay.
arrived at the platform, and the passengers began to climb aboard Annie and Clarabelle. As he was waiting, Mr. Peters walked up and greeted him warmly. Morning, Thomas. I hope you and your coaches are feeling well rested and ready for work. Good morning, Mr. Peters, sir, smiled Thomas. We certainly are, and we're looking forward to starting our journey. I'm sorry we're running a little late this morning. That's all right, Thomas, said Mr. Peters kindly. Just make sure you try and make up for the lost time. I'll try, sir, puffed Thomas. Mr. Peters smiled. That's a good engine, he said. Our passengers are our top priority here on the West Somerset Railway, and we must do everything we can to ensure that they all have a wonderful time. Don't worry, sir. We'll make sure they all have a great time. That's what I like to hear, continued Mr. Peters. It looks like you're almost ready to go. But I'll be sure to come and find you later and see how you're getting on. And with that, he turned and walked away to attend to other things. Thomas was still waiting for the last of the passengers to get on board, and he was eager to set off. Luckily, he didn't have to wait for long. It looks like everyone's on board, called Clarabelle. We're ready to go now, Thomas, said Annie. That's good, puffed Thomas. Let's get going and see if we can make up for lost time.
Oh, finally. I'm just saying, that segment was really, really bad. Oh well, time for the next one. Let's hope it will be better. Okay, we're on the hunt for the missing gifts. Let's hope it's better than confusion and delay.
Back at Minehead Station, Thomas was waiting at the platform. Soon all his passengers were on board, and he was finally ready to go. Come on, he puffed to Annie and Clarabelle. Let's get going and see if we can make up for lost time. But as he was about to leave, he suddenly heard someone shout. All the gifts for the party are missing, cried the station master. Once again, Thomas was puzzled. Where did the gifts go? Don't worry, we'll look for them along the way, said Thomas reassuringly. The station master smiled as Thomas blew his whistle and set off along the line. Come along, Annie and Clarabelle. We need to keep a lookout for those missing gifts.
Okay, let's go find some gifts. Yay!
What's that up ahead? We should stop and check, as it could be the missing gifts.
I love how Diesel just put a gift on the track. It's actually a pretty good hiding place. Okay, we're here with the gift. Let's pick it up. I just need to go slowly so I can go on the check mark. Right, a bit slower. There we are. Perfect.
That's one of the missing gifts found, said Thomas. But how did it end up here?
Okay, let's just grab you.
I know. When we stop at the next station, we can give it to the station master. I'm sure they can look after it whilst we finish our journey.
Okay, let's go to the station now.
Look, there's another gift up ahead. Let's stop and collect it.
Oh, how does Thomas see these things? It's like 200 yards away, and Thomas just sees them. Thomas has supervision, that's my feeling. Thomas has supervision. Okay. And we are here. Right. Not exactly here just yet. There we are. Pick up the gift. And now to the station. Okay, we are here. Gotta hold. Oh, no, hold, Thomas, hold. There we are. Oh wait, we've opened the wrong doors. Let's open the right doors. There we are. Perfect. Hello, Thomas. How are you doing? How are you doing, pal? Okay, now time to shut the doors. Oh, yeah.
There's the station master.
Oh, the station master. Oh. Let's go meet him then. Back up a little bit. Just so we can speak to him. Back up, so we can speak to him. Back up. So, okay, maybe not that far back. Thomas, not that far back. We don't want to... No, Thomas, no!
That there have been gifts missing from several
we're talking
stations.
to the station master again.
You think you
after
could
Thomas
find any more on your
died.
journey?
So we're giving him the gift.
Don't worry. We'll be
Then
sure
we're
to
gonna
keep a
roll
good
along.
lookout and pick up any more that we find.
Goes down to find the gift.
There's another gift at the side of the track. We need to make sure that we stop and collect it.
Thomas's eyesight still confuses me. How does he see the present from all the way over there? How, Thomas? How? Okay, we're here. So far, this episode is all like this part has been. It's alright. It's better than the last one, but it's still just a bit walking around me. Well, driving around me in this case. I wish there was a bit more story to it. Instead of just driving around, doing jobs. It just gets a little boring sometimes. That's why I speed up the footage. I'll speed up the footage in the video because it would just be boring to hear me talk while Thomas just travels. And I'm mostly here for the story, so yeah. It's fine though. It's still fun, but I feel like there could have been a lot more improvements and stuff to work on. This thing costs £20, so I think it should have been like £10 instead of 20, but I understand why they made it 20. So yeah, this one is better than the last one. It's just still not perfect. Anyway, let's go find those gifts.
Look, there's another gift up ahead. I wonder how they ended up by the side of the track.
Yeah, I wonder how to, Thomas. I mean, it's not like we saw the answer in the first episode, but yeah, I wonder how to. All I want is to collect those gifts so that we can progress in the story. I have to speed up the footage though, so my audience don't get bored. As it would be quite boring to watch Thomas drive around the countryside, just collecting gifts for half an hour straight. My fingers hurt from pressing all these buttons, mainly because I have to keep them hold down on those buttons. Thankfully the controls are simple. Because if the controls were not simple, my fingers would hurt even more. I don't know why I decided to turn this into a song, but hey. Yeah. Okay. All the passengers are climbing on board. I think that might be all the gifts, because Mr. Peters is right there. There's going to be some dialogue in a moment, so I'm going to shut up and let that play.
But Mr. Peters wasn't cross. He was pleased. Ah, Thomas, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to tell you that I've spoken with the station masters, and they've all told me what a great job you've been doing. Thomas was very relieved. Thank you, sir, he said. I'm just glad to help. You've certainly proved yourself to be a really helpful engine, by finding all the missing gifts, continued Mr. Peters. Don't worry, I'll see to it that they arrive in time for the party tonight. In the meantime, why don't you rest here for a while? I'm sure the passengers won't mind. Oh, yes, a short rest would be nice. Thank you, sir. That settles it, then, smiled Mr. Peters. Before you arrived, I was telling the station master about a big fireworks display we're having tonight to celebrate your visit. The fireworks have been loaded into some trucks that are waiting at Willerton Station. Do you think you could collect them and take them to the display ground later on? Yes, sir, puffed Thomas proudly. A fireworks display sounds wonderful, and all those loud noises and bright colours will be marvellous for the celebration. I can't wait. Mr. Peters laughed. I'm glad you're looking forward to it, he said. We still have lots to do before we're ready for the party to begin, so I'll see you later, Thomas. And with that, Mr. Peters headed off to make preparations for the event, and Thomas waited at the platform, enjoying his rest.
Okay, that one was pretty alright. Better than the last one, but still not perfect. It was alright though. I'll play that again. Okay, we're on the last one. Unprobable dialogue.
Thomas had finished resting and was approaching Willerton Station. He was still thinking about the fireworks display that was taking place that evening. Suddenly, as Thomas rounded the bend, he saw that the tracks at the station were blocked by trucks. Bother! Now I'm sure to be late. Then Thomas noticed something. The trucks that were blocking both platforms were the fireworks train that Mr. Peters had sent him to collect. Who shunted all these trucks into the wrong places? Who would do such a thing? Thomas soon found out. As no sooner had Thomas wondered who was to blame, a familiar black shape rolled into view. Diesel? What are you doing here? Asked Thomas. Sir Topham Hatt sent me here as part of the event, Diesel bragged. This is an event to celebrate Sodor, after all, and perhaps he thinks a tiny little tank engine like you can't manage on your own. Suddenly, Thomas realized why so many strange things had been happening on the railway. Diesel, it was you who moved Annie and Clarabelle into that siding and behind those trucks. And it was you who took the gifts. You've been the one causing all this trouble. Diesel just looked at Thomas and laughed. I wonder what Mr. Peters will think of you now, he jeered. Especially when he sees what a mess you've made of the fireworks train. Mr. Peters thinks I'm very useful, thank you, retorted Thomas. And once I've finished sorting out your mess, I'm going to find him and Sir Topham Hatt and tell them about all the trouble you've been causing. But Diesel just laughed. They'll have to find me first, he sneered. And he raced away as quickly as he could. We need to shunt these trucks back into the right order. Annie, Clarabelle, I'll have to leave you here whilst I sort out this mess. Do hurry, Thomas. We don't want to keep the passengers stranded here for long. I'll be as quick as I can.
Alright, let's go to work. Gonna go to the shop and sing, yeah. Okay, not long now, then we'll be there at the shunting yard. Okay, we just need to switch the junction real quick. Then we can continue to travel over to Barrack Cargo. Halt, don't derail, please don't derail. Yay, we didn't derail. Okay, back up, brake, Thomas brake, I cannot deal with enough crash. Wait, if we have a crash, does that mean Diesel technically killed Thomas? That was Diesel's fault, but this is all happening. Like, Diesel wants to kill Thomas. Diesel is actually Thomas's biggest threat, after all. Remember, the last one's called Fireworks and Friendship. Yeah, Diesel basically could have killed Thomas, so I don't think they're that much friends. Okay, let's halt. There we are. Wait, Thomas, halt, please, Thomas, halt. No. Okay, after that little incident, we're gonna do this better. Thomas will not die no longer. Anyway, let's get this firework train into place. Okay, we put the firework trucks down. That's nice. Now let's get Annie and Clarabelle, I think. Are we getting Annie and Clarabelle? I'm not sure. I like the design of these sets. Like, the sets are probably my favourite part about this DLC, and also the models. The models of Thomas, Diesel, Annie, Clarabelle, Troublesome Trucks, and Troublesome Brake Van are amazing. They are absolutely perfect. I think they're leaning more into the Brenner era style for this. Thankfully, they're not doing too much into Bobber. I mean, there are those little dots that Thomas did have in Bobber to make him look more realistic. So maybe they're leaning more into Bobber. I don't know. I'm not sure which Thomas they took a screenshot of and just put in their desk to make a model out of it. Anyway, let's go get Annie.
We did it! The fireworks train is all sorted and ready to be taken to the
Oh,
party.
never mind, we're getting
Let's
the
get these
firework
trucks
train.
coupled up to
Oh,
Annie
I
and
see what we're
Clarabelle.
doing now. Oh, we're gonna couple up to Annie and Clarabelle. Oh, smart thinking, Thomas. Smart thinking. I mean, well, obviously Bowser's plan, that's what any other train driver would do, so I guess it's thinking, not smart thinking. Okay, for Annie and Clarabelle, and we're about to couple up to them. There we are. Now, let's continue on our journey.
Thomas managed to get the fireworks train all sorted and ready to be released.
Oh, our
He's
mission's
still
complete.
thinking about Diesel.
Okay.
We must find Diesel before he causes any more confusion and delay. But I wonder where he went.
I guess that's it for all the Thomas stuff. Now we have to move on to Diesel and then Fireworks and Friendship, which is Thomas and Diesel. I'm really looking forward to that Fireworks and Friendship. It looks like a really good one. Okay guys, that's the end of this video. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you for Diesel like next week, I think. Yeah, probably next week. See you guys.